What up YouTube, it's your boy Mark Ryder back with another video. So today we're going to talk about Mizzy again, yeah? And I know I made a promise and a pledge that I would never talk about that Mizzy character again.
How
but
dare
I hold my
you?
hands up, I couldn't help myself, man. After seeing this interview he did 2 days ago on Talk TV, man, I couldn't help myself. I had to analyze it and break it down for you guys as well, man. You know what I mean? There's too much sauce in here. There's too much juice in here, man. You know what I mean? And it's a different version of Mizzy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say he's reinvented himself. He's obviously played another character, but it's a different version. And he divulges a lot of telling information in this interview. Yeah, there's a lot of significant, important information that we get out of this particular interview. Yeah, I'm going to be as objective as I can because I know I went hard on Mizzy in my last video when he did the Piers Morgan interview. Rightly so, man, because dude was a menace. Dude was doing the madness. But I don't want to bore you by going over all the pranks he did, running up in people's houses, snatching old ladies' dogs. You know, we know who he is. We should know who he is now. Unfortunately, everyone should know he's a household name. Yeah. And he's had enough airtime. He's been milking the market, yeah? Yeah, he's been flooding the fucking online, on the airwaves, yeah? But anyway, grab yourself a nice cold beverage or a hot beverage, a nice cup of tea, a nice coffee, a cold one, a cold beer, whatever. Grab yourself a nice beverage and let's get stuck into this.
I'm Danielle Nichols, this is Andre Walker, and we have a very special guest in the studio.
Yes, that's right. It's fair to say the man that offended Piers Morgan more than anybody else I can think of is in the studio with us. He's one of the biggest TikTok stars. He's controversial. He's been in court a couple of times recently for some of the pranks he's been up to. But it's Mizzy. Mizzy, welcome.
Hello, Ward.
How are you?
I'm good.
He's moody.
He's a bit moody.
Why are you upset?
Because I have a message
What's
Go
the
on.
for the whole
message?
world. So you see you guys right now, you're using a script in it. You're basically working a
No.
job at the end of the day. No script.
No, it's not a script.
No,
No.
no, he's script. Look,
I have a
go
script
on.
here.
Oh,
Go on.
Yeah.
he does have a script.
I'm a man with a script. I'm an actor at the end of the day.
So,
I'm an
Right,
actor with a script.
Okay.
And I have something I want to say.
Go for it.
Yeah, sorry to cut it there, guys, but did you hear what he said? He's an actor, yeah? Man's pulled out a script. Mizzy's pulled out a script and goes, I've got something to say. I'm an actor after all. So, yeah, that's very telling. Anyway, let's hear it.
This is a message to everyone. And to get where I am right now to spread this message, I needed to do things in a different way. In a way a lot of people wouldn't agree on. I have remorse, and I know when to take accountability for my actions in my personal life, when I'm Bakari, not when I'm showing you Mizzy on the internet. I don't condone what I do, nor do I tell anyone to repeat any of my actions. People need to understand and learn to detach social media from real life. As social media is just one big game. And Mizzy, this online persona I created, is literally social proof that society is weak and that the public is manipulated by media and swayed away from the truth so easily. Attention is seen as the purest form of generosity, and Mizzy is exactly what is wrong with this new online modern day society. You're all capitalizing on Mizzy right now. This interview literally has Mizzy on the headlines, bro, and you're making money over my appeal to the public, whether it's good or bad. Think about it. The only reason I've been making news and headlines for so long is because I'm young, black, and doing something different. And the mainstream media think they can use me as an example, put me on TV so I can make a fool out of myself and appeal to this stereotype. It's a simple distraction technique used by the mainstream media to divert attention from the real problems in this country. If I wasn't the TikTok terror or done what I needed to do, would I be on this show right now or even on Piers Morgan? It's all propaganda at the end of the day. All these online personalities have had their own fair share of controversies, worse than mine even, and still have a platform.
Okay, let's stop it right there. So firstly, I'll say that this young man, yeah, is quite articulate. He's quite intelligent. He's more intelligent than I thought. Yeah, he's able to articulate himself very, very well, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not just some lost soul moving at random. He's moving with purpose, and he's obviously moving strategically. He's thought about this, yeah? This is a well thought out, orchestrated plan. Every move is calculated, yeah? We can see that, yeah? He's a thinker, yeah? Even though it looks like his actions appear mindless, there's motive, yeah? Now, he said that he's highlighted quite a few interesting things, yeah? He said that what he did, he knows what he did. He's aware of what he did. He doesn't condone his own actions, but he did it anyway. But he doesn't advocate young men should follow him, yeah, which I think that's questionable because obviously he's an influencer at this point. He's a household name. Obviously, kids are gonna follow. Kids are gonna look up to him. People in his age group are gonna look up to him. He's showing young men that this is how you become famous, by doing outrageous, crazy stuff. And he's right. This is nothing new. This has been happening in, you know, people. There's loads of other kids doing this. There's other TikTokers that have been doing this. There was a guy in America that was doing a similar thing. I can't remember his name, but he's recently turned to Christ recently anyway, but I can't remember his name. But there was a guy doing outrageous stuff in America, yeah, in the States. Crazy, probably crazier than this guy, yeah. But for some reason, Mizzy has caught the attention because, you know, because he's become high profile. Anyway, what he says is that he's outlining the problem in society with the clout culture, and attention is currency. He's not wrong there. Attention is currency in this day and age, yeah. And he certainly reinforced that theory, yeah. And is he pushing a certain narrative that society is he showing us that there is a big problem with society, yeah, and that we've given him a platform for his actions, we've given him this fame, yeah, by even talking about him now, but even me making a video about this now, yeah, we're giving him a platform because attention is currency. And the thing about YouTube, yeah, is that people like Mizzy provide food for content creators, yeah, because we need content, we need things to talk about, yeah. So these people give us content, yeah. So everybody eats from these people, yeah. Everyone eats down the food chain, yeah, yeah. But this is the unhealthy society that has been created through social media. Everybody's living in virtual reality, yeah. He's obviously, well, I don't know, he's probably a different person in reality, yeah, but in his virtual online persona is another thing. And I think everybody's got their own online persona, yeah. Everybody's got their virtual persona. People don't like my online persona, but I don't have a problem with people. People are cool with me in person, but on my social media, yeah, I get a lot of hate, a lot of smoke, yeah, from people, because that's my online persona, yeah. And this is Mizzy's online persona, yeah. We have to differentiate from reality and reality, but the lines are so blurred at the moment. Anyway, let's see what else he's got to say.
We give it to them with any type of attention. I'm just a teen from these rough areas. As journalists, it's your job to be highlighting the misery of people in this country and figuring out what their causes are, instead of bringing some TikToker that makes silly pranks onto your show for views and ratings. It's all about painting a picture in your mind. Mainstream media have been doing it for years, and they get their paycheck by writing numerous articles, posting controversial videos, and twisting stories to change the audience's narrative. The movement is real.
Okay, Mizzy.
Yeah, I don't know about this. This movement is real stuff, man. He's got his own slogans and everything, but it's true. Now, we know that the media, you know, likes to spin stories and likes to add more controversy and propaganda to things to distract us from more important topics and to alter public perception on things, yeah. Doesn't take away the fact that what he's done, what this guy is doing, he's going the wrong way about raising awareness, yeah. But I mean, this guy could even be an industry plant, man. You know, I know that's far-fetched, and I don't want to go tinfoil hat conspiracy on this shit, but you never know. These guys, like, why do certain people like Andrew Tate and this guy get so much airtime, yeah? And, you know, controlled opposition, yeah? Like, these are tools. This guy could be another pawn, another industry pawn, another, you know, another media pawn, yeah? He could even be political, yeah? Anyway, let's carry on.
That's to unpick in that. And the first question I would ask you is, do you feel that the reason you've done all this is because you've been stereotyped based on your working class background, based on coming from Hackney, and based on being a young black man in London?
You can say that, yes, because there's been many other pranksters that do worse things than me. There's guys that are doing, like, I don't even know what I can say on here, but there's guys that are doing rape pranks out here, and they still have a platform to share their message. And I don't understand that, because I have an actual message I'm willing to share.
Because
I have seen some bad pranks
I watched one
like
thing.
that.
I watched one thing that you did, which genuinely did get me thinking. Because I think you're a clever guy, and I think actually there is a message behind it. I genuinely believe that. You know, when you walked into that very wealthy person's house, you can apologise all day, but part of the shock of it was a young black man walking into a wealthy person's house. That's what I took from it, and I thought that potentially you were attempting to highlight racism by that prank.
Yeah, why would the presenter say that? That was a silly thing to say. Why would Mizzy be using that to highlight racism? Why would Mizzy use walking up into a white person's house as a means to highlight racism? If someone walked up into your house, whether they were green, purple, blue, brown, yellow, white, whatever, you're going to react hostile. You're not going to be happy. Yeah? That was a silly thing to say. Very strange.
Essentially, in a nutshell, that's what it is. Because that's what I was trying to mention on Piers Morgan. That's why I mentioned the black card, race card, whatever you might want to say. I was trying to say that if a white person done that and called it a prank, made it a trend and whatever, it wouldn't have gone this far. It wouldn't have been on Piers Morgan. It wouldn't have been news headlines. Press wouldn't be outside my house. All of that stuff.
Okay, well, should we have a look at the
Hang on a second.
Piers
Before we do that, if you and me had walked into somebody's house and gone,
Nah, I think you're wrong. I think whether, doesn't matter what, if a white dude had done that, there would have still been similar repercussions. Why wouldn't they? Well, if someone walked up into my house, I don't care if a black dude walked up into my house or anyone walked up in, you know what I mean? They might not leave. They might leave in a body bag. Yeah, same for you. As a white person, if a white man walked up into your yard, I'm sure you would have reacted the same. Okay, him being black, yes, it would be probably to a white person that would be a bit more alarming, not necessarily because he's black though, but because of his image, yeah, and because of what's going on in our society. You know, young black youths, I'm sorry to say, particularly young black youths in my city anyway, in London, are doing madness. They're out of control, some of them, and their mentality is a bit warped. Not to say every black youth is like that, but most, I don't even want to say most, yeah? Because I don't want to be slandering my own people, but there is a problem with the black community. There's a problem with people. There's a problem with violence. There's a problem with this gang culture, gun culture. It's being pushed in the media, through the black music, through most black media outlets are promoting violence, fornication, sexual depravity. Yeah, we've been through this already, yeah? It's not good, yeah? So it's not surprising that people are sort of, weary, and there's this narrative that young black boys, a group of young black boys, are dangerous, especially when they fit Mizzy's profile. Let's be real here. You know what I mean? If a little white boy walked up into my house, yeah, I wouldn't draw for the knife or the bat, yeah? I would try to handle it. But if someone fitting Mizzy's character walked up into my house, I would have to draw for something because I don't know what he's carrying. Because that's my mentality. That's the perception that I've been given as a black man. Yeah, that's what I've seen. That's my experience. So you have to be, there's so many variables when you're talking about this that you have to take into account, yeah? It's not just black and white. Anyway, let's carry on.
Is this the place where the study group is? They wouldn't have been as shocked, would they? I genuinely believe that. But anyway, it did solicit a response from Piers Morgan, who, what is fair to say, Mizzy, didn't like you quite as much as I did. Here's what's happened on the Piers Morgan show.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this? What's happened to you that makes you think you're justifies this? What's happened to you that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you know nothing about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto you because I'm black. Because I guarantee if
Because
you're
black?
Person, yeah, I guarantee if
I don't give a
person,
damn about your skin colour.
Really?
No.
Piers,
Why would I care what colour your skin is?
Really?
I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to.
It's very interesting that you say that, though, because I think if a young lad walked into my house as confidently and as brazenly as you did, without like asking the lady in the front garden, is this where the study group is or whatever, I would be nervous still. Because I would assume that someone coming into my house where my kids were, my assumption would be that you wanted to take something from me, like my car keys or anything like that. That's what I would be nervous about.
But isn't that also a commentary on the fact that young people have a bad reputation? It's not just the.
That's what Mizzy is trying to represent. Like there's been many other Mizzys before.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, it's not just the fact that it's young people, man. You know, I mean, I don't really personally don't have any problems with young people. They don't trouble me. I don't have any problem addressing young people when they're out of line. I don't have a problem with dealing with young people personally, but I know they do. They pick their targets. They know who they can take the piss with. Yeah, they can bully people. Yeah, they bully, the average person has, you have to know how to handle them. And if you haven't got a strong frame and you ain't got that, that militancy in you, they're going to take the piss out of you. They're going to try and walk all over you. Yeah. And that's the mentality of young people today. Yeah. They got no respect. They're running on demon time. There's no flipping respect. And so that's just what it is. And it's reflecting on social media, and it's getting worse. It's getting out of control. Yeah. Like these young kids, like they need like a serious wake up call and a reality check. And it's sad to say, but they don't really get that reality check until something bad happens to them. Yeah. Until they become a victim themselves. Yeah. Or a victim of their own bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but that generation is messed up, man. Anyways, carry on.
Social media persona like I'm trying to portray.
But do you think it's okay to frighten people in the way that you frighten people? Because what I will say is this: you're not picking on, like when you nicked the dog, you didn't pick on a big strapping bloke, did you, Mizzy? You picked on an old lady.
Even that situation got out of perspective. In real life, I was gonna take the dog anyway and give it back regardless, because the dog took our chips. We're sitting in the middle of the park, me and my friends, and
Yeah,
she was like to us.
Okay, well, that's interesting you say that though, because I wanted to chat to you about that. Let's have a look at the dog clip.
Hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog.
Sorry?
You got a nice dog.
She's lovely, she's
stolen, and it's upsetting, disturbing, and just downright.
And you have that emotional attachment.
You do, because if you don't, then we think it's okay to frighten people in the way that you frighten people. So what I will say is this: you're not picking on when you meet the dog, because it is fair to say strapping bloke when you're a young lad, you think you're being golded on by your mates.
I fully know that I'm my own person and I would do what I want to do. So if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it. But when you're with your friends and you're young and you're just hyped up and you're living in the moment, you get like sometimes you get bored of yourself. You don't know what you're doing at the time. Everyone makes mistakes. When you're young, you make the most mistakes.
And one of the things that you did say you made a mistake on was the walking into the house, which we alluded to before. Let's have a quick look at that.
She's lovely, she's
Okay, hold on again.
James, come to the front door right now, please.
James? You man, come.
Hello, James.
We need to speak to James.
James.
It doesn't matter how you wrap that up. If someone just walked into my house...
It's a bit boring, isn't it? Going over the same things again, the same clips, going into the house, the dog. Yeah, we've been through that. We know it. We know he's an asshole for doing that. There's no excuse. People are emotionally attached to their dogs. I wouldn't be happy. I've had one dog in my life and he passed away. God bless Chino. Yeah, that's my boy. He's my Chino. And so I know what it's like. And Chino wouldn't have let him near him anyway, but he picked on a little old lady's dog. And yeah, that was a piss take, man. And that one really, really did rattle me. Yeah, that really rattled me. Walking up into the house, yeah, we've discussed that. He says that, when he gets with his friends, that he's influenced by his friends, which is, we've all been boys, we've all been young, we've all been little teenagers. Yes, when you're with your boys, you know what I mean? You do go a bit all out, everyone's having, you have a laugh, peer pressure and all that, but come on, man, like we played games, but not these type of stupid games, man. You know what I mean? We knew that we'd win stupid prizes if we did stupid things like this, you know what I mean? And yeah, what is sad is that so many young kids are going to be influenced by this, yeah? It's, you know what I mean? Guys are gonna look up to this Mizzy guy, yeah, and do strippiness, and I don't want that. That doesn't sit right with me. That doesn't sit right with me. How many more young boys, black boys or white boys, are gonna follow suit and get hurt or hurt somebody, end up doing a life sentence, doing a long stretch in jail, or taking a life? Yeah. Why, you know, we shouldn't give these guys airtime, and we should hold hold them accountable. We should come down on shit like this hard. Listen, I want the young guy to do well. I support him in a sense that I want him to use this fame and platform to do something righteous, do something good with it, do something meaningful, have a good purpose. Yeah, do something intentionally good with this clout that you've got. If he does that, then fair play. I support him for that. But he can articulate himself. He's got a brain. He can use this power to his advantage and do some real good community work. Whether he will, I don't know. Whether he's an industry plant, I don't know. This video is dragging on a bit now, so I don't want to go too long into the interview. I want to get to the nitty gritty and get to the point. Yeah.
You push the guy into the road, and that, I have to say, is something that if I was just stood at the bus stop and I got shoved into the road by somebody, it wouldn't be about black or white, young or old. I'd have been shoved into the road. I'm very upset. I just wonder whether you are part of a culture that is so selfish, that says that, what makes me famous, what gets me into the newspapers, what gets me on TV is more important than the suffering that causes me to get there.
Could you have pranked your mates and not been pranking the public? So that if you can do your pranks, you can have your ideas, but you do it with your mates.
I mean, look, you're staring at me, but I think it's a legitimate...
This kid's a character, man. He's a character. He's an actor. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to wind people up. He knows how to press people's buttons and keep people engaged. Yeah, he's talented. I tell you. Yeah, he's a little bit of an arsehole. Yeah, but he's talented, man. Yeah. And he's rattled them. What's he doing, man? Why is he looking at them like that? But yeah, I just hope, man, he does something with this. I really do. He's a little arsehole, but I hope he does something well with it.
I mean, look, you're staring at me, but I think it's a legitimate question, isn't it?
I've got a question for you, Mizzy. Now, do you think that social media itself has pushed you to sort of make this point in itself? I mean, I know you're talking about anti-racism. You're effectively what I would say you're attempting to be an anti-racism campaigner, right? You're essentially trying to tell people that racism has meant that you have experienced a particular kind of backlash that other people haven't. Would you say that's right?
Essentially, yes.
Hang on a second, are you somebody who will only answer questions if they go your way?
No.
Okay, so in that case, can you answer my question?
Okay, he doesn't answer his question anyway. He continues to throw shade at that presenter, that guy anyway. But anyway, she asked the question, are you using social media to push an anti-racism narrative? I just want to say, please, Mizzy, just don't bring race into it. Please just leave racism alone. Don't make it a race thing. Don't bring any attention to race. Don't put any fuel on the racism debate, please. Like, you can't use that here. It's not going to go in favor of black people. Not now anyway. Not with the shit you've been doing. Don't use this as a vehicle to push race narrative and pro-black narrative. Don't do that. Yeah? And please, guys, just don't even entertain this whole race war shit, yeah? When you look outside and you go outside in the street, black people, Indian people, white people, all coexisting fine in our society. We're all integrated and adapting and doing fine and doing our best to tolerate each other, yeah? We don't need to make this a race thing, yeah? And this is what I can't stand, because when you start bringing shit like this, high profile fuckery like this attached to racism, is never goes down well, yeah? It just causes more segregation, more confusion, more division, more animosity towards, it just brings the communities, it splits communities apart and causes more debates and more conflict in opinions and conflict of interest. It's just long, man. Stop it.
About about whether you believe that you are part of a narcissistic society that is willing to take the benefit from notoriety, but not willing to accept the damage that's done in the creation of that notoriety.
I've accepted the damage I've done. I went to prison for a couple of days and whatnot. I literally accept, like I'm saying, Mizzy and Bakari are two different. Bakari's the mastermind behind Mizzy. In real life, I know what Mizzy's doing is going to cause real life consequences and actions. I've been on tag. I'm on tag for a year right now. I understand that it's going to cause real life problems, but that's not the bigger. There's a bigger issue at hand here. Why am I even here? We're actually talking for a while. Why am I here? You could be talking about anything else. Train strikes, world hunger, anything.
Because you've caused a lot of people to be very upset. Yeah. That's why you're here. And that's why you're so famous.
And there is a real concern.
Because you've caused a lot of people.
Let's just be clear. There is a real concern here.
Okay, I know what he's getting at, okay? Why is he here? Why are you here? Oh, because he caused a lot of people distress and alarm. No, what he's saying is the very fact that he's sitting there, you're interviewing him for doing some fuckeries, it's almost like you've rewarded him for it. Can't you see that? Can't people see that? You're rewarding him. You're rewarding these kids. He already told you attention is currency, for God's sake. He told you attention is currency. We know that. So you are rewarding him with attention. You're showing these kids that if they do fuckeries, that you're going to reward them with some attention. So we need to stop doing that. Stop making these people famous. Stop making people famous for doing nothing. Stop making people famous for doing degenerate things. Yeah? The Western culture is messed up. You reward kids for doing fuckeries, and you can't even discipline kids these days. You can't even discipline kids properly, like back home in the West Indies, like how I was disciplined, yeah? Like probably you were disciplined back in the day. You did some shit like that. Your parents will punch you up, you know what I mean? Your mum will throw a shoe at you, yeah? The fuck that, your neighbours will beat the shit out of you, yeah? And take you home to your mum to get some more licks, yeah? You couldn't get away with this shit back in the day, yeah? And now we reward them with attention. Anyway, we've cleared that up, yeah? Let's carry on.
It's literally... Therefore, what you are basically saying is you are doing something that I've seen so many times in our modern society.
So many times. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. It's a cycle. Like, literally, it's a formula. Social media is a game in itself.
That's right.
You guys are playing the game. And I'm proving it right now. I'm proving it.
And you were successful at it.
I don't have to prank ever again. I don't have to prank ever again. The media has called me a prankster.
You've proved that by being narcissistic, by going on the attack, by pushing people into a road, by invading somebody's house, by upsetting your mum, who apparently doesn't even speak to you, by upsetting your sisters.
See, that's because me and my mum don't speak now. It's what the media portrays, bro.
You literally told Piers.
I told Piers Morgan, and obviously ever since then, see, even that, let's even talk about that now. Forget everything else. Let's talk about that. My mum has never spoken to press.
So are you willing?
You're saying that's made up?
Yes, that's made. Oh my days, you can even. That's made. I can call my mum right now.
I can call my mum right now.
My mum doesn't. Yes, that's made up. My mum don't speak to me. She literally stepped out of her house and a guy took a picture of her. And then
I saw an interview where you literally said
racism right there, though. What is that, bro?
I saw an interview where you literally said that your mum's not speaking to you and your sisters don't like everything that you do, but they still are speaking to you. Were you lying?
No, at the time, no. And it doesn't matter what I was not speaking to my mum about.
You pulled me
and my mum are fine now.
You pulled me up on an important question, because the minor detail of your mum used to not speak.
Anyway, whether his mum's talking to him, whether it's that's neither here nor there. Does it matter? Who cares? You know what I mean? He's a grown up. He's a man. Take accountability for your own actions. It doesn't matter whether your mum or your parents are in your life. It doesn't really matter, because you still went and done it. So it doesn't. It's neither here nor there. What you said about it's a cycle and social media. He doesn't need to prank anymore. He's already done. It served its purpose. The prank thing is given him the platform. He's already a household name. It's done. Me personally, social media, I don't like social media anymore, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of social media. I'm going to, I would like to delete my social media pretty soon. I've done it before, but I really want to delete social media because it's just, it's degraded. It's made our society degenerate, man. It's created dumb people. It's made us really dumb. And it's made us almost like robots, yeah? We've become... Elon Musk said, you know, they're going to bring in the neural link, the neural chip. Flipping out. We already are hooked up to our devices. We already are hooked up to... We are wirelessly hooked up to our devices. You know, living in virtual reality, doing giving dumb people, making dumb people famous, making stupid people famous, making degenerate people famous, yeah? You know what I mean? Even the fact that I need to make a video about this is long. I'm not even enjoying making this video. It's such a degenerate topic, yeah? But it's something that needs to be spoken about, but I'm fed up of it, yeah? Anyway, let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Other young people to follow your lead. I tell you what annoys me about you. You're clearly a nice bloke, right? But the reality is that what you are doing here, there's going to be 1,000 young people who go out shoving people into the street, walking into people's houses, stealing people's dogs, because they don't have the intelligence.
But
and they
this
don't
has
have
been
the
done
ability.
before. This
Yeah,
has been done before. I am the first person that has done this. It's just a formula.
Let me finish. This ain't the BBC, baby. Right. There's other people who are going to go out and follow your lead. And the reality is, I say to you, you seem like a nice bloke. I'll even buy you a pint after this. But shame on you for encouraging people of lower intelligence than you to behave in this fashion. It's not a movement. It's a grotesque lump of narcissism. Is it not?
The movement is real.
What is the movement?
What is the movement? What are you trying to achieve?
We outside in the districts every time. We outside means being outside with your inner self and not letting anyone tell you nothing, because no one can tell you anything. You are your own person at the end of the day.
So the movement is basically, don't give a toss about criminality. Go out, do what you want. Don't get a proper job. No. Don't get a proper education. What you can be, you can be like Mizzy. You can wander around, jumping in people's houses, stealing people's dogs, pushing Jewish people into the street, threatening to kill people. Who cares? What does it matter? You can go to prison for a couple of days, even though you have the intelligence to never need to go to prison. You can go to prison for a couple of days, pay the fine, offend your family. Who gives a toss?
The UK laws are weak. The UK laws are weak. The UK laws are weak. Simple.
Yes, the UK laws are weak. Yes, it's a joke. Yes, like I said, in my last video about Mizzy and the Piers Morgan video, you could, if you haven't seen it, have a look at it. You know, we broke it down, didn't we? You know, the UK laws are. I want the law to come down on these people. Okay, Mizzy seems to have transcended the prank thing. He got out, fine. He served his time, his little couple days in jail, which was pathetic, but okay. But in going forward, if we get another, for all the other Mizzies, the up and coming Mizzies, I want the UK laws to come down hard on them, for their sake as well as society and the public's. And for my kids' sake, and your kids' sake. So then my kids and your kids aren't influenced and think it's okay to follow suit and do fuckeries for clout and attention. And as well, we need to stop giving these people a platform. If this guy didn't, if they didn't give Mizzy another interview after interview, I wouldn't have any content to make. I wouldn't be making this video. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, why I'm not sitting here interviewing. You know, if I had the platform, I probably wouldn't interview Mizzy at this stage in his career. Yeah. So why are you giving a platform and then complaining? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. The UK law, the sentencing guidelines needs to be changed and stop being so damn lenient on these little pesky ass little rascals, yeah?
How dare you?
You know what I mean? Come down hard on them, man. Because our kids need that shit. They need their ass beat. We can't beat our kids. We can't discipline our kids in this society. We rely on the judges and the courts to come down on them for us, but you can't even flipping do that. You're useless.
For a guy of your intelligence, the accolade of being the most popular lag on D-Wing is hardly, like...
It's literally, like I said, I don't glorify it.
Can I ask you another question, Mizzy? Mizzy, on a serious note, are you currently in receipt of benefits?
Yes.
So actually you're working and receiving benefits at the same time. Are you a benefits fraudster?
No.
So
I don't work.
what is your justification for saying you're not a
Oh, so
benefits fraudster?
you don't work
No,
at
hang on
all?
a second.
Don't work at
Hang on
all.
a second. TikTok's a business.
Yeah, but I don't work. I
Okay,
don't
how
have a
much do you earn
TikTok
off
account.
TikTok?
I don't have a TikTok account. I've been banned.
No, okay.
I don't earn money from social media.
So where you
I don't earn no money from
whilst you're
social
working,
media.
hang on,
I
whilst
don't work.
you're working for TikTok making money, were you claiming benefits at that point?
No, because I was under 18.
Okay.
Shut down, simple.
Shut down.
It was a question.
Mizzy, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, that was a strange question. I didn't expect the interviewer presenter to ask that question.
How dare
That was quite random, but still a valid question. I'm not sure. I don't think Mizzy is making money off TikTok. I don't think you make money off TikTok. I don't know. Do you? If you can, let me know in the comments if you do. But I don't think, to my knowledge, that they pay. It's a good marketing tool to boost popularity and to market yourself, but I don't think it pays. I could be wrong though. But yeah, that was a funny question. But still a valid question.
No, because I was under 18.
Okay.
Shut down, simple.
Shut down.
It was a question.
Mizzy, I've got a question for you. So I know you've spoken a lot about social media and how that's impacted you and that you want to sort of get a lot of this attention on social media yourself. Do you think that you doing this on social media will encourage other people to commit crimes that potentially could cause a lot of damage? And by damage, I mean it could cause somebody to, be incredibly injured or something like that. Do you think you've encouraged that kind of behaviour? And he's not answering the question. Do you think
I don't understand this whole...
Do you want to be like a good role model?
No, hang on a second. You can do that to me. You're not doing it to a guest. You stare at another guest again, and I'm going to personally remove you. I'm not taking the mick. You glared at her in a threatening fashion. You do that, I'll drag you out by the hair, and you can be as hard as you pretend you are. You apologise to her right now, or you're leaving.
You know I respect you, but I'm done here.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. Threatening guests does not happen on my show under any circumstances. Reem, I'm very sorry, but the way he glared at you is not acceptable. We never should have had him on the show. I didn't even want him here. I think the guy's a complete and total fool. And the fact that I attempted to have a sensible interview with an idiot like that is absolutely disgusting.
Get him out of here.
Security, get the security from downstairs and get rid of him. Get rid of him, for Christ's sake.
Do you know what?
Get rid of him.
He's angry.
Well, that escalated exponentially. I wasn't expecting that finale, but yeah, seemed a bit of an overreaction there from the presenter. Not very good behaviour from the presenter and the interviewer. Kind of let yourself down there a little bit. Didn't have to lose your cool. Didn't have to start simping. You started simping for the female guest, didn't you? You started being a big simp. You know what Mizzy's. You know Mizzy's character. He eyeballed you, and so he eyeballed her. I mean, maybe you might fancy her. You probably fancy her, didn't you? You didn't like Mizzy was too close to her. That's probably what it is. Or you could be bone. I don't know. You could be something could be happening. You could be doing a little bone in her. I don't know. But bit of a wild reaction there. But the interview wasn't going anywhere. It's a dead interview, man. It really, to be fair. And making this video was just long, man. It was long. Like, it's just a dead topic. Mizzy, I want to see, the next time I hear about Mizzy, I want to hear Mizzy's doing some community work. I want to hear Mizzy going into schools and talking to young men, young adults, and showing them that this is not the way, and doing mentoring, showing young kids opportunities and of how to do some crypto, or how to use their social media platform to generate business. Yeah, something constructive and productive, man. Or even become a YouTube presenter, Mizzy. Do something constructive. Do something meaningful, man. You've got a monster clout. You've got a following. You could do anything with that. Just don't destroy. Don't use it for destruction. Don't use it to destroy society anymore, man. And our kids as well on top of that. Anyway, guys, that was a funky ass interview, man. And that presenter is a funky dude, man. But, you know, two funky dudes colliding together is a recipe. It's gonna cause some type of explosion. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate your support. And look out for my next video. Take care, guys. Peace, love, blessings.